Do you actually know what we're here for?
I've heard a rumour, but nothing's confirmed. They're being very super secret squirrel.
I've heard it's a Sony camera, so...
I've heard that it could could make this camera here a complete piece of shit.
What's that?
A7R Mark III.
Mm.
In which case, would you like to buy an A7R Mark III in the next 5 minutes?
We'll see, we'll see.
Would you like one? £2,000. I mean, it's used, but it's been used well.
Can you sign it?
I can sign the sensor.
Perfect. I'll take it.
Hello, I'm looking for the Sony press conference.
You would find it in
that way.
This direction.
A7R Mark IV.
I missed that. Was that the
61 megapixels. I will be able to get.
Oh!
Not much detail.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So, I mean, video looks the same though, same quality.
Probably, but 61 megapixels.
Perfect for Instagram.
Right?
And this face too.
Yeah. Can you imagine that face in 61 megapixels?
See if we can see your eye through somebody's. Nice. So just spin around. Yeah, just spin around 360. And come around again. And maybe just move slightly towards me. Okay, less moving now, just sort of like just relax, it's nice. Right now, it's supposed to be on your right eye, and it's keeping your right eye in focus. Can you close your right eye? Yeah, still on it. It still recognises your eye as an eye. Even close both eyes. Yep, it works even if you can't see an eye. That's clever. This needs slow motion.
So it wasn't the A7S Mark III, sadly. The Mark II actually came out back in September 2015. Now that is getting close to 4 years. That is a big gap for Sony to have between models. I mean, really that would be classified in the dictionary as a Canon gap between models. So it is overdue, and hopefully it will come out at some point. In the meantime, we do have the camera that is filming me right now, which is the A7R Mark IV. And it is a really impressive camera. The Mark III is actually my favourite all-round camera. Shoots amazing stills and really nice video. The Mark IV shoots even better stills and more or less the same video.
Oh, hi.
And that really is the crux of it. That is the disappointing thing about this camera. It does have some improvements on video, but nothing major. Autofocus has been improved a lot, both in stills and video. And we do have this amazing eye autofocus that works in video too. And that for me is a big feature. Is it enough to make me upgrade? I don't know. I do shoot a lot of cat videos, so maybe it is. No cats around here to test with though. Bit frustrating really. The autofocus in stills is also much improved with a much bigger coverage area. But going back to the video, the key features that we have other than autofocus that's improved, we do now have, when plugging a monitor or external recorder into the HDMI, on the older models, the LCD and EVF went black. And that was just really frustrating, especially if you're using an external recorder and you want to go handheld, because the EVF doesn't work. So now that stays on, which is really good. But the downside is the camera is still outputting 8-bit. There's no 10-bit. So the benefits of using an external recorder aren't exactly huge anyway. And there's no internal 10-bit either. It's all 8-bit still. The video is more or less exactly the same as the Mark III. In fact, the video quality itself is pretty similar to the A7S Mark II back in September 2015, just with much better autofocus. So yeah, we are overdue for a 10-bit Sony A7 series of cameras, and I hope it comes out soon. The stills mode of the R4 definitely feels a big step up from the Mark III. You know, with the 61 megapixels and improved autofocus and dynamic range, etc. It is a really impressive stills camera. Having 61 megapixels, you know, is really nice. Do you need it? No, of course you don't. 46 of the Mark III is huge anyway. Would I like it? Yeah, of course I would. I'd like 100. But for video, the improvements are disappointing. These days I really do expect to at least have a 10-bit output. So many cameras have it now. Even the Canon EOS R has it. The Nikon Z6 and Z7 have it. The Fuji X-T3 has it, and also records internally at 10-bit. And of course the new Panasonics, they all have it as well. So yeah, it does feel like that's the key thing that we're missing. That's the announcement that we're after when it comes to video in the Sony A7 series of cameras. I do hope it comes soon. 4K, 50p and 60p of course would be lovely too. To have that and 10-bit would be amazing. Maybe the A7S Mark III will have that. Maybe. Whenever it comes out. If. I wonder if they want this camera back.